where we left off, you guys had um, traveled from Ka Maluhia to Mallhaven in search for the tavern owner, Kommena, her daughters. Um, actually, I have to make their character sheets, don't I? Dang. Um, Anyways, as you guys got to the city of Mallhaven, you quickly went into investigation mode, finding the auction house where the girls were supposedly sold, and identifying, yes, they were sold from there, and tracking down their respective houses that they were sold to. You have since gone and talked with the head of the house, the head of the estate for the Viridia, and talked with Artemis, as well as the sister that he purchased, which was Alara. Now, I can put the pictures in there. Looking at Alara, she's been well treated. Um, she's a little sad with the situation, and she does wish to go home, but of course, having things sorted out correctly is kind of required at this point. So with that, the party has taken an interest at going back to the auction house and trying to sort it out there. Try and get it all figured out correctly so that the girls can go home as soon as possible. With that, you guys have fulfilled 5 days of your week of downtime. Let's see here. So, yep, should be. So you guys should be moving on to the Saturday, the 14th of Erodus. With that, with the new day, oh yeah, we did do that, didn't we? We had you guys just go into initiative. That way we can keep track of who was doing what and when. Close that. And Shane has his family stuff, so when he joins us next, he joins us next.
I googled Artemis and Verdia, and the only connection point is Evanescence.
Yeah, I'm in the process of physically transferring my haphazard written notes to a new piece of paper that makes more sense. And under Viridia, I have funky spices and too many wives. So did we have a plan? Because I feel like the general gist was maybe rob the auction house.
Well, it was either talk. I think we were going to talk to the other slave owner, see what's up with them, and then depending on that, we were going to rob the auction house.
Okay.
Okay, so first stop is house. Forgive me, I forget if it was Draven or Draven. I'm looking what I have written here.
Yeah, William saw Draven, I thought. Is that right, Bane?
It could be. I'm going back to the chat.
it's spelled two different ways. It's whatever.
I think it's Draven.
And this, by the way, is Alara.
Aw.
Let's make sure she gets home.
She's a bartender?
Well, she worked at the inn with her mom.
Was she the one with Viridia?
Yes.
Okay. She's a bartender.
And then Draven should have Adrena.
Yes.
So let's go see Draven.
Okay, so going to Draven on
Oh,
base.
wait. Just making sure. You said last time that, like, we can't do anything to speed the Katana Sparkblade along anymore, right?
Correct.
Okay, then yeah, we're gonna go see Draven.
Alright. Let's see. Draven Estate. Look at that. And then Aaron and Mike, if I can get you guys to roll initiative, that way you can be on the tracker. Thank you. Let's see here. Break the link. Okay. With William having been here before, you kind of have a general idea of the layout and how to best approach. As you are able to find your way into the area, a kind of a red-skinned individual that has quite a few tufts of hair all over their face and arms, and hair sticking out of their head, obviously, begins to approach, unless, of course, you guys are trying to hide.
Nope.
Okay. As he approaches with his walking stick. Hello. Oh, what can I do for you as you approach here? This is a private residence, after all.
Well, that's exactly it. It's a rather private matter. We were hoping to speak to the Master Jade Draven about a most delicate issue.
So, William, didn't you say we had an appointment?
We do. That's what the appointment's for. The delicate issue. I assume you're going to lead us to the house and give us proper introduction?
Ah, you are the guests. Very well. Right this way. And he'll begin to walk on in front of you, leading you by a nice little oasis pond. And being as you're right on the edge of a desert, you know how a location like this would be highly valued. Please.
Yeah, and the value of the water would also be rather high.
Mm-hmm. Please, just wait one moment while I fetch the master. As they step inside of a abode that's probably the largest here, but still not too large. As they are gone for the brief moment, are you guys taking advantage of anything?
Do we have any poison?
Why do we need
oh my
poison?
That's a
Oh, we
weird
could
thing to jump
we
to.
we could poison their water source if they're not gonna be, helpful. It's always something to have in our back pocket. I was just
I
wondering if you
thought
had me.
you were a good person.
I am, and I'm gonna get this girl back, no matter what it takes.
Also, we don't need poison to threaten them if that's. But I don't think that should be our push here.
No, I was just checking. Like, gotta make sure if the intrusive thought is realistic or not.
I got it.
I don't have any poison.
Okay, see, not even worth worrying about. We're poisonous.
Someone needs an alignment change. I'm just saying.
Someone remind me, did we end up doing? There was some mention of maybe a matching uniform thing going on. Did we not have the ability to do that, or?
We already had
Oh,
the
we
match.
did that. Yeah,
We-
it's not elaborate. It's like tabards.
Didn't the crafting check get really high? Weren't they good?
No, they're good, but it's not like we're all dressed in matching suits and things like that. It's like a single piece of matching uniform.
Yeah, it's like a little badge kind of thing.
Okay, that's fine. Just making sure we have some sort of visual unifying thing about us.
You are missing the Grand Inquisitor, though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a big town. He has a lot of appointments. Has to delegate.
That's why the Grand Inquisitor has sub-inquisitors beneath him.
As
The good Inquisitor and the okay Inquisitor, and then
The okayest.
average Inquisitor.
Yes, exactly.
after about a minute, the individual comes back out. The master will be ready shortly. Shall you like to wash your feet?
I mean, sure. I don't really wear shoes, so that makes sense.
Ko, is that normal?
Yes.
We
I'm a hillbilly
have
redneck, bro. I am a hillbilly redneck.
we have to wash our own feet. Is the household so destitute they can't afford good servants?
Oh no, I mean culturally, is that expected of us here?
Can I make a knowledge check to see if that's a thing?
Yeah, sure.
Being from the Mallhaven space.
Yep, I figured that's what lore you were gonna roll on that one.
They get a 2? Okay, no. I look like a 2 on the dice.
You were just missing the one as part of it. Yeah, you're right. It's a pretty common tradition. If they want to show off their wealth, they will usually have you wash your feet off. But some households will even use oil since that's a little more abundant.
Yeah, it's a thing fancy people do around here.
Then I guess we should play along and respect its custom. I slowly start taking my boot off.
And the individual gestures towards the bench that is right along the little pond of theirs, so that each of you can take a turn to sit down, wash your feet, and then kind of have them dry on the stone there before.
I'm gonna awkwardly stare at Nathan's feet. I've never seen rat feet.
They're normal rat feet.
I know.
I see you looking at my feet, and I'm like, can I help you?
No, it's just new experience here. That's all.
Okay.
As
I'll wash my little rat paws. I'll be eyeing him while I do though. Like, yes, I wash my feet. I can do that.
I'm gonna make a rat person ninja. Call him Splinter.
Now to get some turtle folks as well. As you guys do finish washing your feet, another individual brings over a tray with some foods on them.
I'm gonna politely decline.
I will politely accept a morsel.
I'm gonna try one of everything that's different.
Oh, it's the same thing. It's just like 4 portions. So it's like there's one specifically for each of you.
Okay, I'm gonna push Ko's portion back towards him, and eyeball down towards it and then back at him.
What? Eat it if you want it. Fuck, I don't care.
You're supposed to. That's like why there were measured portions.
Yeah, I politely declined. Measure it in your mouth. I don't care. Not my thing.
I'm gonna eat it.
What is it, if I may ask?
It's a dried bird.
Like chicken jerky?
Some people would call it that, yes. Very similar.
I'm going to thank this person for their generosity. We really
Indeed.
appreciate. We're playing nice.
As the individual bows and takes the empty tray back with them, as you see them walk around the pond to another one of the small buildings. You hear the door that the first individual went in and out of opens, and you hear a voice from inside just ring out ever so clearly. I am ready for them. The master will see you now. This way. As they lead you to a side door. And gesture you inwards. Let's see here. I'll go ahead and drop you guys on the scene.
Does anyone care to walk in first?
William should go first. He's our talker at the moment.
Okay, yeah, I'll saunter in.
Bring up the rear. But don't.
Somewhere in the middle.
Okay. Let's see. Easiest way to... There we go. I am Master Jade Draven, and I am told you seek one of the slaves that I recently acquired.
Yes, we are seeking a slave known as Adrena. We have documentation here, and then I'll kind of like wave my hand forward so somebody can bring it up. Obviously, not me, because I'm important. We have documentation here to prove beyond any reasonable doubt that these girls have entered into slavery erroneously. We've already dealt with the slavers that have originally abducted them homeside. The Grand Inquisitor is investigating other matters, and that's why we are here to collect Adrena. I'm sure you understand.
I will take the paper from him and give it to the person that's, clearly I'm less important.
They will sit down on the pillows here, and they will look at it for a little bit before setting it on the table and hovering their hand over the papers. As they do, a look of concern crosses their face.
Look like she's doing.
Make a perception check.
Also, what is this person, Jade? Because Artemis was a heck of a thing.
Why don't we go ahead and go with a nature check on that one? Uh, nature or society? Let's do that. Open it up just a touch more. Okay. Okay. Looking at her, William, you are convinced that this individual is just another human who likes to flaunt their wealth and roll in gold.
Sounds legit.
For Azan and Co., looking at them, their features and their appearance for the most part looks human, except obviously their golden skin tone, which kind of makes you think about some of the rare conversations you've heard or come across about a very rare and unique heritage line of Asimars. Usually they are very celestial and holy beings, but some can be swayed to their own paths.
Are they? That's not common for Dirkross, is it?
No.
No. Asimars themselves are not common.
Not medium rare. She's rare.
She's still mooing. Alright.
Yeah. She might be kicking.
As for what you noticed, you weren't really able to catch what they necessarily did, but you do notice that they've got quite a number of rings on the hand that waved over. So you come for Adrena.
That would be correct.
I do have to say, whoever did your documentation did an excellent job.
Well, I should hope so. Those missives come directly from the Office of Inquisition themselves.
Excellent, excellent.
Was truthful and factual.
So, let me do one thing real quick. As she starts to say a few words and lift her hands up.
I don't like how you said that.
She's going
And
to
I
tell us.
can I lift my hands up as well and say praise Shizuru when she's done speaking?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that. Um, but I am going to need everybody to make a will save.
Ooh, I should be good at this. It's in my name.
That's not on the shortcut bar, I don't think.
Oh, it's not? Wow.
Well, it's under attributes. That's weird. It's
Yeah.
not a saves tab. It's like just.
Should I hero point mine?
I don't know.
Is this a secret?
No.
No.
Is it?
Ooh, I'm gonna keep mine.
I use my hero point.
Hmm. An interesting group you are.
Why is that?
For reasons of
Can I
my own
roll?
choosing.
Can I recognize spell?
You can definitely attempt to, if you would like to make a Arcana, Occult, Nature, or Religion check.
It says if you're trained in the appropriate skill for that tradition.
Oh, now I have to figure out what tradition that spell's from.
Is that roll open to anyone? Or are you gonna figure out the tradition first?
Recognize spell as a feat.
Oh,
I have the feat.
Yeah.
fancy.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I think you roll it for me. The
Um,
GM rolls a secret Arcana, Nature, Occultism, or Religion check, whichever corresponds to the tradition of the spell being cast. If you're not trained, you can't get a better result than failure.
let's see.
Yeah, so you roll it. Sorry, not me.
Okay. Cool. Well, the nice thing with playing virtually is normally I can just have you do it, but since I think I understand why, because then it also keeps the list kind of unknown.
Yeah, because we don't know what kind of caster they are.
Yeah. Okay. Why are these having to be so difficult to find? Oh, right in front of me, duh. Alright. There we go. Looking as this individual released their magic, the only thing you can really pick up is that it is something religious or some sort of religious spell as you kind of pick up some of those elements.
Yep.
So it seems that they are a religious caster of sorts.
As an aside, what's the vibe I get from this interior looking around?
Oh, I have to remember. Looking about, it's a pretty basic interior. It seems that for the most part they do a lot of their meal prep and eating in this room. though it looks like there's a few other places that are accessible to this space.
And while I don't know anything about identifying magic, I don't suppose I recognize anything in particular about these fancy rings, do I? I know they have a mine and jewelry's kind of their thing, but just curious.
Yeah, I mean, they look fancy, they look nice. If you have something towards like metalworking or anything like that, that would be a great one to use. Your your academia might help you a little bit in possibly identifying some of the materials, but that's about it. Um,
Would a well-versed traveler or someone who knows underworld lore be able to pick up anything specific?
Possibly. Let's see here. What else do we got going? Let's see. Let you guys roll those and.
I kind of just roll it to roll it.
Yep. Looking over these rings, Azan, you can recognize that they're good quality, but you're not able to really identify what necessarily material or gemstone wise. Um,
Okay.
well, you're pretty sure that these are just some cheap, overly fancy rings that are just for show, not actually quality.
So she's just basic, bougie, and poor.
I mean, she rubs herself in gold. She wears cheap fake rings. She's just a fraud. So, with that,
I'm gonna move and sit down. Alright. Oh, come on. Move one more. There we go.
so let's get on with my questions. So you have your Grand Inquisitor, and he is not able to be here.
Yeah, you understand how sometimes certain personal issues come up that prevents you from being able to give your full attention to work. And the Office of Inquisition wouldn't dare have anyone who's not at their 100%.
Of course. Now, since you've got such a beautiful lie about your Inquisitor going, go ahead and tell me the truth instead.
You must be mistaken. You see, I have not lied.
You begin to feel like this pressure building up on you, like it's pushing you down into the ground.
Ah, madam, you have the presence of a most fierce tigress, forcing me to submit to your will. I say that's not very hospitable. However, your perception of my vernacular isn't my fault. If my eloquence and prose is misconstrued, then I should not be held liable for the inferences of other individuals. Now, rather than accusing me of being someone that's mendacious, let's drop the act and get down to brass tacks. Adrena, are we leaving here with her or not?
Not here.
You saying Adrena's not here?
She is not here indeed. So you will not be leaving here with her.
It's odd.
Very well.
Did you already sell her to somebody else?
No, I did not. She has gone to work in the mines as her magical abilities were not up to snuff.
Oh dear.
And so she shall be working to enhance her abilities.
Oh,
In
instead
the
of
same?
Alright, what was that?
working a poor girl to death in the mines, uh, let's go ahead and discuss what it would take for us to acquire possession, aka rightful freedom, of this individual.
Hmm. Well, first, why don't you tell me why you're actually here for Adrena? Because you are not Inquisitors.
See, we are the highest ranked inquisitors of the Office of Inquisition, be it a government sanctioned office or not. Its legitimacy is as legitimate as the people who are upholding it and believe in it. Therefore, we are inquisitors, but we have arrived here to retrieve possession of Alara and Adrena because their mother was worried that they were taken and the city guard was doing nothing about it. Therefore, during the course of our travels, the Office of Inquisition was founded, with the sole purpose being to retrieve and reunite Adrena and Alara back in their homelands with their mother, Kommena.
She begins to clap very slowly. Well done. You have worked your way through the spell. That is quite impressive.
I assure you, if you are impressed by that, you should see other ways that I could impress you. Maybe in recompense for Adrena's freedom. Certainly, I could be much more valuable than some girl you had to go send to work in mines.
Careful.
So, before you said that part, earlier when you felt that weight, it never lifted. But when you started speaking, it got heavier and heavier until you finally started speaking the truth, at which point it just lifted away off of you.
I mean, I always spoke the truth. It's just she wasn't believing that it was the truth.
Yeah, actually, not a single word spoken was a lie.
Yeah.
It's just like when Pinocchio was lying in Shrek.
So, who dubbed your group Inquisitors?
A good question.
That'd be the Grand Inquisitor himself. Obviously, the founder of such a prestigious office should get to be, the namesake of said office.
And that individual is a group member?
Certainly, that would be Shane, the Great Mancini. Unfortunately, they are indisposed. Otherwise, they would be here, I assure you. That is the truth.
Hmm. Very good. And no, I don't think you would be of service to me. So, you want Adrena? You can go fetch her from the mines, but I'm going to require something prior to your retrieval of her. And don't bother going looking at the mines. I have at least 50.
50 mines?
50 what?
Mines.
Mines. Makes sense.
Oh, that's fine. We already know the mine we'd have to go to. I was just going to be discussing it with you first.
As the weight returns.
We know which mine?
Well, of
I
course.
don't-
Obviously, it's one of the 50. There are only so many mines in the area. We do know it's one of them, therefore we know which one she's at.
That's not precisely how that works.
So you are guessing a 2% chance of finding the correct mine, and also less so of finding the correct mine because there's not necessarily just my mines. And not only that, but not all of them are within a quick walk of each other.
My oh my mind has no more objects for mines.
And, of course, worst case scenario that you haven't thought of, maybe, is that the mine that I've sent Andrina to is out near Iron Keep along the Grey Rise. That alone would take you more than a week's travel to get there. So, I don't.
But that's not the mine, of course.
Why not?
Because you've been so agreeable up to this point. I know you wouldn't offer us false hope.
Still, you have to do something in order to compensate me for Adrena.
I undo my top button.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. I'm speaking with the wrong fool.
Yeah, I would like to interrupt if possible.
Please do.
Yeah, so, Madam Jade, how long do you intend to waste our time? Forced labor is both a legal and moral crime. One laborer is nothing to you.
Question.
What was that about the labor?
Oh, I said, well, forced labor is both a legal and moral crime. You do not need one additional laborer. You have an opportunity here to do the right thing.
It's not illegal. I have paid for them. They are working to pay off their debts.
They don't have a debt. The debt was illegally infringed upon them.
At least that's what your document here tries to persuade me of.
And your spell.
Well, spell show
We got stuck there for a second.
the spell does reveal that you're, at least to your knowledge, telling the truth. But yes, so very well.
Yet we haven't stepped on the laws of courtesy by inviting guests to our home and then casting magic on them without their consent.
It is my abode. However, I feel I need to protect it. I shall.
I understand how the laws of hospitality must be different in a land where they're also going to imprison people against their will. Whatever, I'm just, And then I'm going to shrug and kind of look out the window here.
So, Let's go ahead and take care of this. I paid for Adrena 250 gold pieces. She has not been very... well, she did not uphold the part of her bargain that I was anticipating her to complete. So, I need her to have her compensation paid back to me. Easiest way for that to happen would be for you individuals to either pay me the 250 gold pieces or to go ahead and assist me with another matter.
And this other matter is...
Well, there's a creature that I'm after. Though, getting it here would be rather difficult, as it is rather large. That and finding it. I've got a general idea of its location. That and the individuals who currently are hosting it. If it's returned to my care, I would be sure to allow it to express itself as it so chooses. And also allow you, fine individuals, to go and recover Adrena.
What is this creature you speak of?
Who owns it? You?
I do not. If I owned it, I wouldn't need you to recover it. The creature is a
And
bauble.
it would be.
The creature is a bauble beast. It is absolutely excellent at creating jewelry pieces.
You apparently like.
Yes. However, the creature
Spirit.
is...
Do we know what this thing is? It's been named to us?
You guys are welcome to roll a nature check, if you so choose.
Would I know anything about it with traveler's lore by any chance?
You could try with Traveler's Lore.
Secret roll?
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know much about nature, so
Guess what? It's my
depending how you
specialty.
nature.
Okay. Well, with the little bit of knowledge you guys have, Ko and Nathan, you guys are actually pretty certain that this creature doesn't create or design jewelry as much as it steals from other people's collections.
Steals from their collection. So that's lovely.
Well, it's like that thing from Harry Potter. Like platypus thingy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what,
I mean,
what are you
that's not
looking
our
for a thief
problem.
for?
Well, not so much a thief, but I mean, you would have to figure out some way to acquire the creature from the inhabitants of its area to
No, the little
bring.
creature steals things.
Oh, trust me, this is no little creature. It is quite large. And
Okay, who
I am
owns it?
wanting the Bubble Beast for its abilities. Who owns it? Well,
Like, who are we pissing off is the question here.
that's the difficult part, is it's not too clear as to who they are, as they keep altering their appearances, or who's present.
Well, the most obvious solution is just take our perfectly legal documentation back to the auction house and get you your funds back. However, you seem to have some form of qualm and or quandary with the legitimacy or authenticity of the documents. I would like to ensure that the auction house doesn't have any sort of qualms. With your great ability, would you be able to ensure that over these papers? We're under a time crunch, so if we could get you your money and then perhaps promise to get the Bubble Beast at a later date, would that be a satisfactory outcome for all involved parties?
As I said, you are welcome to either pay me or retrieve this beast.
Cool. Where's the beast at?
Well, and in trying to pay you, I just want to make sure that the auction house doesn't have the same sort of hesitancy in dealing with our documents that you did, seeing as how you are a most ostentatious and capable individual. You might be able to prevent another individual from having the same qualms with our paperwork, right?
Hmm. So you
I'm
are
gonna give a
wanting.
wink.
Roll a. Dang it, it's not charisma.
Charisma? Persuasion?
Yeah. A diplomacy check. That's what it is.
Yeah, I forgot.
Don't see it. Is that hero point worthy or?
I'll reveal for you so you can decide.
No.
Okay. You know, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea for me to walk with you to the auction house to make sure they understand the validity of this document.
I'll be looking over at fucking William like, the fuck?
I'm gonna drop it entirely. That doesn't seem like the course of action that I want to be seeking. I didn't see my next roll, but I'm assuming it was worse than what I did the first time.
Well, it's either worse or better.
She's going with it. I'm assuming it's better.
Oh, that didn't sound like she was going with it. That sounded like she was going to rat us out. Was she going with it, or was she?
I could really see it being either.
That's true.
Game master? Was she? Did her tone sound agreeable?
Go ahead and roll perception.
And
Yeah, something sounds off. What she
was I
with how
okay?
yeah, something sounds off, and with how she phrased it, don't really have a great feeling about bringing her.
I'll just let her know that, she shouldn't trouble herself. Obviously, um, such an intense and unplanned journey would uh, only detract from any plans that she had for the day. Really
Oh,
shouldn't bother.
absolutely no worries. As she pulls a little scroll out of a pocket and sets it on the table, and then reaches for a quill. I'll just send this.
I Can I hold her hand real quick with the quill and stare into her eyes and be like, oh, there's certainly no need for that.
You guys remember when we paid those guys to take us on a ship?
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Does
We
this
were
feel
deceived.
familiar to you?
William, I need a reflex save.
Oh, fuck. Gonna shock and grasp your ass or some shit.
Oh,
Nope, I don't need a self roll, I need a public roll. Let's see. As you take 2 points, or no, it would be 1 point. Oh no, yeah, it would be 2 points. 2 points of fire damage. Unhand me.
oh, you're so hot. Certainly. And as I release her, I'm going to grab my papers and, as I'm grabbing the papers, use them to flick her scroll off the far edge of the table.
So this bobble beast we were talking about, can we get back on topic here?
Yes. Oh gosh, dang it.
Were they flirting? I can't tell.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I can't tell either.
You'll cross the Jade River. You'll need to head east. Many people have different names for the forest, but all the same, once you get to the forest, you'll want to try to stay close to the sea's edge. Look for the individuals who aren't always who they appear to be. Should take you about 2-3 days travel to walk it.
Okay, so they're individuals who don't always appear to be who they appear to be?
Yes, they're rather
If you want
feral.
something found, you should try to be more specific here.
Yeah,
I,
Madam Jade, how do you even know the beast is there?
I want to help you, I promise. But I need some more to go on.
because at one point I was scouting for it. Though, before I could recruit it to come be here with me, another group lured it away.
And this other group, you said they're feral as in wild?
Yes, rather
Ah,
savage.
okay. Okay. How many days travel is this?
It would take you about 3 days if you traveled by foot once you're across the river.
Anybody know what that calculates out to with our current time frames? As far as like what we have left?
Well, with everything you've got, that would eat up your week that remains. Because you got 3 days there, and then 3 days back. That would leave you with 1 day to spare.
Okay. So we'd be alright time wise.
Wait, don't we have to pay for more time for our boat to be docked?
Yeah, we can do that before we leave. I think Baines is talking. I hear a voice in my house, but it's faint.
And
We also have to
Huh?
go to the auction house and get money for Artemis for Alara, and we could just get her money there and then steal the Bobble Beast later because she's kind of a bitch. So
This is out of
Well,
character, right?
was if
yeah, add a character because we're
if we do
discussing
the
the time right now.
if we're doing the gold, we don't need to do the Bobble Beast because she was either or.
Yeah, and I don't know about the time of traveling there and only have a day leeway. I think we should focus on getting the money or pledging to come back for the Bobble Beast, but we have to get to the Druids. You know, what if they undo your resurrection? Like, we have to be
Perfect.
back there.
I agree. I think we should agree to find the Bobble Beast, but to prioritize going to the auction house.
Okay.
So I don't think she likes me very much. But this, I'm gonna like stage whisper. I don't think she likes me very much. Let's get that Bobble Beast later. We're obviously upstanding.
I'll loudly whisper that you need to button your shirt back up.
I can't. My hands got burned. She was too hot to touch.
Okay, yeah, we've discussed this out of character. We're just going to agree to this, and then we're gonna go.
All right. So let's go ahead and take our leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I would like to tell her to start. You know, if you don't mind making the arrangements to, like, start bringing Adrena back.
Yes.
A state.
Because going out to retrieve her would take additional time that we don't have.
I will send a message regarding that as well then. I expect
And then-
I will see my Bobble Beast in about a week's time then.
Well, actually, that's what we were going to be discussing. We planned on paying you out unless you'd be willing to take our word that we would come back and retrieve your Bubble Beast in just a few weeks' time. You see, as the price of a certain resurrection for a wonderful individual and close personal friend, we became indentured, and we've got a certain time crunch. Now,
So you've
we
got
will
a debt
obviously
weighing over your heads. And you were
somewhat.
saying that forced labor is illegal?
William,
Yes,
you
except
need to know all that.
this isn't forced because we entered into it freely upon our own will. It's goods and services rendered for goods and services, which is the same offer that we're bringing you. We could either bring you your 250 gold, which, I mean, let's be honest, you're rich. Do you really need more gold? Or do you want your Bobble Beast?
I feel like we should just go ahead and take our leave.
Well, I don't want her to expect something in a week and then have us leave or come back tomorrow with money and be like, that's not what we agreed upon.
Now, do be aware, there is no easy way to bring a Bobble Beast back, let alone across the river.
Which is why we simply need more time. So if we could do our other errand and then come back and retrieve the Bobble Beast for you when we have adequate time to devote our undivided attention to the, whims and desires that you have set forth, we would do so. But I wouldn't want to be a disservice to you by not giving it our all.
As she holds up, she'll hold up 2 slips of paper. These would make it quite a bit easier to get that beast to me.
Oh. What are you charging for it?
Nothing. Because it's the
That's unexpected.
work I'm expecting you to do. Seeing as how I doubt you'll be able to get the coin from the auction house. They
Well
are
then.
rather picky about how they handle things.
I kind of figured that would be the case.
I'm sorry. What are
Guys,
these pieces of paper she offered us?
Probably
Uh,
scrolls.
not not even scrolls really. They're just two rather short strips of paper.
And she's not entertaining the idea of us doing it and then getting back to her.
Absolutely. Or are you coming back later to take care of it? Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
She definitely would take the money, though, right?
If you could, yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to inquire about the paper. What are these?
Um, I would say for Nathan, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Secret?
Yes, please. Excellent. Um, so in some of your researches, you've come across uh, certain ways that scrolls can be altered. And it looks like the alteration for this one is instead of saying the commands and it sprawling out to create the spell or spell effect, this is an adhesive spell scroll where you stick it on something and the spell happens.
An
that's fancy.
odd, like, combination.
These would teleport
Okay.
the beast here. There should only be one there, but if you happen to find two, and if there is a second one, I will be sure to reward you accordingly.
Right.
Now, do be warned though, they either have to be willing or subdued.
We'll make note of that. Thank you.
How do you subdue them?
Depends. Each thing, living thing, has its own personality, doesn't it?
Are you saying you don't know?
I am saying I don't know. I have not
Okay, that's
interacted
fine.
with this creature.
That's all you had to say. That's cool. We can figure that out.
Dealing with you is much different than dealing with, as she gestures towards William, him. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, William is much better spoken and a bit fancier than I am.
And a tad rude.
I wouldn't call him rude. He's just wordy.
And handsy.
Well, I mean, I thought you guys were flirting. Honestly, I didn't know.
Yeah, you send mixed signals. Just saying.
And he got hot too, so like I'm extra confused. It wasn't flirting, right? I'm just asking for verification. I don't want to offend anybody.
Absolutely not.
Okay, okay. Well then, William, try not to be so handsy then, sir.
Hey, I mean, someone was about to ruin our lives. I can't help but grasp at straws.
Okay, okay. So retrieve the beast. Got it.
Yes. Now, granted, just because I would recommend crossing the river and then going down the shoreline doesn't mean you couldn't just go down the shoreline, since I thought I heard mention of you having a boat.
This is true.
Though.
Are you saying traveling along the shore would be both feasible and faster? Is the river deep enough that a boat wouldn't run aground?
Well, you wouldn't be traveling along the river. You'd be traveling along the sea.
Okay, but the location of the beast is
It's a
seaside. We just follow the river from
yes.
here if we were going on foot.
No, you cross the river and then stick along the shoreline of the sea.
Anybody writing this down?
Do you
Seriously?
guys still have access to the map at the top of the screen?
Let's just bring you guys on over.
No.
And here we go. Bring you over to Mallhaven, since that's where you're at right now. So, the area... Oh, there we go. There's the circle. That's where you guys are. The place that Jaden is trying to describe to you, and I'm obviously not doing the best of jobs for you, is going to be... Oh, let's just do a circle. Well, let's start with the measuring tool. Let's see where we're saying 3D. No, I just want the tool. Yeah, I was about right on that. Sweet. 3 days would put you... Oh, that's a pretty thick circle. Should be thick. Let's bring that down to 2. Right around that area.
Is this a small river then? I don't see it on the map.
The river she is referring to is...
No, so Mallhaven's on the other side then?
Yeah. Yeah, so you
Okay.
got...
Oh, so she's talking about that river, the
Yeah.
one on Mallhaven.
Yep.
Okay.
So we could literally just take our ship along the coast, obviously not following the river down, and be
Yeah.
right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was picturing the river being closer to where the Bobble Beast was.
Well, that should be faster. And we wouldn't have to pay for moorage.
So, there's that option. Do be careful though. That forest is quite dangerous. You never know what magical beings are there. And did you
Right.
guys happen to find that crate that was also being sold with the girls?
Great.
Oh, no. I guess that wasn't even something you were after. Very well.
Well, we do know about the crates, but information doesn't exactly flow freely. I'd be more than interested in trading you all of our information for the crates for, oh, I don't know, Adrena.
Except
The one with the certain
I
crest
have,
emblazoned on it?
I have no need to share what's it with this crate. It should be you paying me for that information, not me paying to give you that information.
Right. Crate's really going to be all that useful to us at this point.
It was a pretty hot item after all. The purchaser did pay 500 gold for it.
That is really strange.
Who purchased it?
Why, I thought you would have gotten that information from the auction house, since that's how you acquired my information, is it not?
One inquisition at a time.
Seriously.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought I labeled myself an inquisitor. Isn't that how you did it?
Yes. Factually.
Well, actually, the Grand Inquisitor has to be the one to bestow the title, but I'll give you a pass, seeing as how he's indisposed.
So very well, I am the grandest inquisitor. Does that
Oh,
work
I
for
love
you?
this. I love this.
Oh, certainly, and also the most modest.
All right, you two need to stop so we can focus on the task at hand.
Yeah, William's commitment to the gaslight is amazing. But
Yeah, it's
I
like,
agree with that.
yeah, let's head out. I'll just keep throwing jabs.
No.
Good luck finding what you're after.
But we did take the strips of paper, right? The teleporty ones.
I would have taken at least, unless she doesn't
Okay.
want me to.
No, she
I'm
would.
making sure somebody has them.
She would have stuck them out for you guys to take.
Cool.
Can we write this stuff down that we have learned someone in the quest log?
Oh, why am I doing that? Let's do this.
Is that a no?
I'm typing it out.
Okay.
Let's make sure that's. That was a good grab.
I don't know about you guys, but 2 weeks is just enough time for me to forget everything.
The crate got sold for more than 2 whole people.
Kind of wild, isn't it?
Good thing the crate was followed.
And this is a crate that was shipped in, so like, I'm so curious.
No, it's the snake crate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That-
the small one. Not
That's
the one
not
they,
what they were shipped in?
not what they were shipped in. It was the smaller one that was
Oh.
carried out of the auction house.
Gotcha.
See, I remember everything. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, I see it in the notes, but I'm sorry, I don't remember that at all. Okay, so do we still want to hit up this auction house for gold for Artemis? And maybe also Jade?
Ideally, worst case scenario, we get the rest of the crew and they sail while we rest to grab the bobble beast.
So here's my thoughts on that piece. Are we gonna leave this, by the way? Or have we left this place?
I assume you guys have.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
Then I will
Nice.
continue. I think robbing the auction house is probably a really bad move, because if we fail at any point, we are then in the chute of Adrena. Illegal activity. We don't have money to pay for the fine, therefore we'd be into forced slavery. I'm not really a fan of this. In fact, I left this country to get away from that. They already know who we are because we already made a scene. We got here, so there's no hiding really, unless you're proposing that we murder hobo people, which is also illegal. It's just it seems like a bad idea.
Thank you for your reasonable sounding candor, Co.
I wasn't trying to rob the place. I was just trying to see how far we could get with our documents. But
With our what?
with the documents,
I just really believe we're gonna have a hard time with that.
that's fair. We are missing our face.
Well, it's not just that. Like, that's a better way to put it. If you were a person working at a job, right, and somebody came in and stole from you at that job, and then later came in with official documents, are you gonna believe them? Because I'm not.
Yeah, that sounds like the police in America.
Did we steal from them already? What?
Yeah, we kind of got into the logbook. You did that, Azan.
I thought we were just being looky-loos.
Right. They caught us looking in the book that we're not supposed to look in, and they were upset about it. Kind of left an impression.
Okay, an understandable read of the situation. Okay. Well, it still leaves us a problem then. If we get this bauble beast, we have one sister.
Yep. If we get 2 bubble beasts, we might be able to get 2.
I just updated the thing. Let me know if I got anything. I also didn't see any notes about us visiting Artemis, the one that had Alara.
That would mean we did not capture notes for that.
So I just wrote a quick thing. So we went there. We talked to there. She was painting, right, in his service, and they agreed to free her if we reimburse them for her costs.
Wait, she was painting? I thought she was being a bartender.
Oh, sorry, bartender. I remember it was something creative, like it's like, oh, she's making stuff.
Yep. Good thing there's the videos to reflect on as well.
Oh, right. Why do we need notes?
Because we're got
It's-
shitty memories, and it's
it's
much
easier
faster to
to-
read notes than the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, the video's like 3 hours long.
Exactly. And
I
you
talk too much, it's my
reflect to
fault.
the notes during session, and hard to reflect to a video during session. So.
Okay, so she was there bartending. Agreed to free her if we reimburse the cost. So
Okay,
yeah.
bauble beast.
So we
And they were gonna charge us $250 for the what you call Adrena, right?
yeah,
$250 or the Bauble Beast.
Mhm.
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, it's in there.
So while I voiced my concern about hitting up the auction house, what is the group's decision?
I agree. The two Bauble Beasts sounds more reasonable. Um, like honestly, that seems kind of more up our alley than a heist.
Yeah. We are really good murder hobos. You're absolutely correct.
No, we need to one notch down. We need to incapacitate Hobo because they need to be unconscious, not dead.
Or willing.
They're are they? Do I know if they're smart?
You guys are not aware.
Oh, okay.
Do we know what these savage people that Jade was talking about might be?
Go ahead and let's see here. What would be? Oh, haha. Go ahead and go with a society check. Though with how big they were, it's pretty high DC. Well, that kind of changes things a little bit. Usually, with how she described them, it makes you think of one of 2 types of individuals. Either shapeshifters or were people. Though shapeshifters, they're usually a little more socially acceptable. It makes you lean more towards werebeasts.
Noted. Love that for us.
Yeah, and you might want to use some hero points now that you've got 3.
Oh, hey. When did that even happen? So we're gonna take our boat, ride the coast, search for bobble beasts,
Yep.
take the
Sounds good.
crew.
I mean, they know how to sail the boat. We're not
We
sailors.
well, and if we take them, then we can rest while they sail there. We'll never have to stop sailing.
Good
How
point.
that works? Like they don't need rest too?
Well, they do the night shift while we sleep, and they sleep during the day, and then we man the ship during the day. So
Ah, got you. That makes sense.
But to finish out this sixth day of your downtime, uh, what activities are you guys going to go ahead and take to finish out the day? Let's go ahead and go down the order. We'll go ahead and start with Nathan.
I think just I don't have anything planned. I think I'll assist somebody else in something if they have anything they need to do.
Okay.
But I don't have anything else planned.
Because you could always like gather some information. You can always try to. Um, oh, interesting. You're missing some of your lore skills. Um, try to get some maps of the region or stuff like that. So.
Oh, that makes sense actually. Like the the research for the werewolves or the
I caught some of that, but then you kind of dropped.
sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think the lycanthropy thing was all speculation. Like I'd hate to do a bunch of research and then like it totally leads us off in a different direction. So I'll definitely look into charts and maps of the area though, see if we can further pin down where these bumblebees are supposed to be.
Okay. Go ahead and start with a perception check. See if you can find anyone who has some sort of documentation available for that. Okay. You are able to find a individual who is selling some maps. For the most part, they're of the Dirt Cross domain, and it seems that once you hit what they are labeling um, the special woods, that the map just kind of fades away and isn't completed. But they do have one map that shows more of the coastline between Mallhaven, Kushras, um, and makes it all the way over to another set of mountains that they are calling um, the Scarlet Slopes.
Okay.
They are selling that at 5 gold for the map. Their maps of the Dirt Cross domain they are selling as 1 gold piece.
So 6. That's 1, and then 5 for the Scarlet Coast.
Yeah, 1 for the Dirt Cross domain and 5 for the coastline between the Grey Rise and the Scarlet Slopes.
Scarlet Slopes. I think I have enough for that. Let me look. Yeah, I have 18 gold.
Okay.
When did I get that much money?
When you guys sold off a lot of stuff, you guys divided.
Okay, yeah, I'll drop 6 gold for that.
Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the treasure items. You've got the gray rise.
Can you put the teleporting scroll to it?
I put that in the stash. Alright, so there's the gray rise to the gray slope, or gray rise to the scarlet slopes. And then we also have map. Dirt cross.
You can just throw that in the stash too.
Okay. That works, because then the reason why I was putting them in yours is
Let's
because
see if I can just drag and drop.
oh, there it is.
Yep, it works.
Sweet. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll figure something out. Okay. So there's those. Alright, so there's Nathan. Gone off and acquired some documentation, some maps that'll help out. And I will populate the world map with that information for you guys later. Ko, what are we looking at with you?
I'd like to go back to the blacksmith and earn an income.
Alright, go ahead. Let's roll some of that athletics.
Did I lose internet or something?
Go ahead and roll athletics.
Athletics. Wouldn't it be crafting?
Oh, yes.
I could do athletics. Athletics is better.
Either one, your choice.
Okay.
Alright, decently enough. And were you... you were working towards money on that, so... Let's see here. I know I've got something for this.
No, we're only level 2, so I can't start working on that yet. Wow.
Environmental... Let's see here. So, let's see here. You're what, trained? Or expert?
I'm trained.
Trained, okay.
I don't think... Yeah, we're not level 3, so we can't have an expert.
You can
There's
sometimes.
a couple ways.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So, 3 silver pieces for you.
Cool.
There's a handful of abilities where if you already have trained at level 1 or 2, it pushes you to expert if you take it a second time.
Yeah.
Most give you like something else, but some just push it.
Like, okay, so... You know, I'll talk to you about it offline.
Okay.
That's... Then.
Alright. And then Azan. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by this crate business that I was not aware that we were aware of, and I would like to spend my free time going around town and seeing if anyone has heard about this or something moving around, secret trades. I don't think I'm really good at that sort of thing, but I am interested.
All right. So I'm trying to figure out about it. Go ahead and roll a perception check if you would, please. Going out and about, listening to what conversations you can about what's going on, you start asking a few questions, kind of poking around, and it doesn't take you long to kind of get some noise about it going. As um, some patrons at a local tavern kind of scoff and laugh at you for bringing up such old news, as other big purchases have been made, and apparently the items within such crate weren't probably weren't worth their actual value or what they were actually paid for. Um, as the bloke who bought them has been having a string of bad luck ever since.
Don't suppose they mention who that bloke is?
They would. The individual would be Caesar Ames. He um, he is normally a merchant that sells oddities and whatnot, and so he tends to have a good bit of luck normally, but uh, it seems that this crate that he purchased uh, was not so successful of a purchase for him.
Do I have enough time for a pop in, or does it take me most of the day to like find all this out?
It takes you most of the day. You can make your way towards the market, and you might be able to find the individual.
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay. Go ahead and as you get there, go ahead and make another perception check as you do. Alright, I guess there's no stopping you today. Holy cow.
We all have our nights.
Yeah, that is true. As you get into the market area, you find that most of the businesses are still kind of milling about. Uh, the time, the busy hour has kind of gone, and most of them have their magical illusions up, trying to allure individuals to bring them in. Um, though you do not find any shops that match what people described Caesar's trinkets as being. But following their general instructions on where to find it should be in the area. Though you do find an individual that is rather grimy, that looks to be a beggar of sorts, sitting kind of in between two very well lit uh, stalls.
I'm going to go over and ask about Caesar's trinkets and strongly imply that there's a gold in it. For helpful Samaritans.
The individual quickly, eyes snapping up at you. You just see are bloodshot, almost as if they have not slept in days. Take it, take it, as he holds out what looks like a pair of gloves. I don't want them. Just take them.
What do these gloves look like?
They almost look like wraps that you would tie around your hands, but they're almost like loose already, almost as if you just have to slip your hand in and then tighten.
Uh, can I cast Detect Magic on them?
Yeah, you can cast Detect Magic. Um, I mean, the problem
Always
with
forget
it
to
at
ask that.
this level is that you're going to detect that there is magic in the area. Um, Obviously, excluding the illustrious signs, you still detect magic. There's just an rapid abundance about it in the area.
Noted. I'm gonna accept the wraps. I was like, well, did you get these from Caesar? Hello?
I am Caesar. That crate has ruined me and all of its goods. My luck has run dry. I'll be lucky to survive the week. I'll take the gold. As he holds out his hand, which you see there that some of the fingers are not complete anymore.
I'm gonna make a point of dropping the gold in his hand. I'll be like, wow.
Thank you. As he bites on it. Uh, Gold. And then he pulls it away from his chest and looks at it once again. No, not again! As you see a wooden piece in his hand.
Oh no.
No, no, not again. I'm ruined.
For the sake of moving my turn along so we can get to William, I would like to invite him to a meal to tell me his woes.
He graciously accepts and follows. Alright, on to William. What do we have for you, good sir?
Well, my katana and the spark blade are both with the blacksmith, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I need to go to the blacksmith and get a weapon that I'll be able to use if we're going to be leaving somewhere.
That is true.
You not have one?
Well, I have a spear, but he has my katana and my spark blade. He's making my katana a +1 spark blade thing.
Mm-hmm. That is
And we
true.
won't get that back until after we are back with the Bobble Beast now. So I'm thinking it might be smart to have a weapon. So question. I've got chainmail. Would I be able to sell that to him to like get money off from a half plate?
He would make a deal with you, yeah.
All right. And then would he also be willing? Obviously, I'm going to come back and get my magical weapon. Would he loan me another katana, or do I have to buy one?
You know, you were a pretty crappy worker the first few days. But you brought in some good help He made things turn around a little bit. He will loan you a katana.
Cool. In that case, I want to sell my chainmail, buy the half plate, get the loaner katana,
Okay.
and then also, if there's any time left, attempt to make some money.
Okay.
Because we're gonna need it.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll that. Oh, what was that roll? Yeah, earn income roll. There we go. Yep, 3 silver. I saw your 16. Yep. So yeah, 3 silver. You're able to borrow or be loaned a katana, and you also are able to uh, trade in your chainmail. All right.
Oh, like even trade.
Well, not an even trade, but you're able to trade in your chainmail for its value, its full value for.
Okay. So that's 6, and then the half plate is 18. So I'm gonna go ahead and take 12 gold out of my inventory.
Sounds good. Okay. And that will advance us to the 7th and final day of your downtime. But as you guys are able to regather for the night, what is the plan for the next day for you guys? As Azan has this very dingy, grimy individual who he has brought back for dinner.
I thought we were
Yeah.
going to go get the beast straight.
Yeah, it's Bumblebee's time. We're assembling the crew. Who knows what they've been doing for 6 days.
Mention.
And then we're gonna go up the coast. Bag ourselves a couple of bobble beasts, ideally.
And then I'm just throwing it out there. I actually don't do that with my armor because I'm not trained heavy armor, so I'm keeping my medium.
Okay.
Thought
I don't think the update hit for that.
What was I looking?
So yeah, I personally have no other plans for this day other than finalizing learning whatever happened to this man without all his fingers anymore and getting ready for our departure personally.
Right.
So that Nathan has gotten some map information.
Yeah, I have 2 maps. One of general dirt cross domain, and then one of this more specific area we're going to. I put it in the party stash. There's nothing to it. It's just like a title item. But it's a map between the Grey Rise and the Scarlet Slope, which is like the area that we're going to.
Co and William are working hard for their money
Yep.
and or armaments. So what did this man tell me happened to him
So,
in between him spending 500 gold and not having one?
and not able to hold gold. So, the tale of Caesar Ames. Um, he actually does not mind telling you the whole thing, as it seems that's all he's been able to tell anybody, at least anybody who will listen long enough. But he has, he bought that crate, expecting all sorts of great things. He was able to sell a good number of them in the first day. Um, but he found that he really liked the wraps that he gave you. And so he wore them, and he was just selling all of his items left and right. And at the end of the day, he went to open his box that he'd been putting all of his gold in, only to find wood chips. And of course, people who required payment would come over the next few days, demanding their gold. But he had no gold to pay. So, to incentivize him to hurry up with their payment, they took parts of fingers. They also started to dismantle his shop and take away his other goods, leaving him pretty much homeless on the street as a beggar. All he had left were those wraps that he gave you.
We should turn him into a sideshow to make as much money as possible.
William?
And then give him a life again. He's making money, he just can't handle it. Problem solved.
Is it just gold that this happens to? Or other currencies?
Do you want to hand him other currencies?
Sure.
I'll give him a copper.
I'll hand him a silver.
Okay.
Is there any way for us to cure him of this?
As you
Sounds like
hand,
a magical curse.
as you hand him the coins, as long as he keeps them in view of himself, they stay fine. They don't change. But then he closes his fist over the copper, flips it over and back over to visible again. He opens his hand, and there's a wood piece instead of a piece of copper, as he hands the silver back to Azan.
The druids could maybe fix him.
I mean, could we fix him?
So wait, the silver's fine.
That's because the silver never left his sight. He handed it back to you before, right?
It seems that's the way his curse is going.
And just to be clear, it's only money, right? Like you can still eat? Like he's eating?
But he doesn't have any money to eat.
Yeah,
If he found out early enough, he could just hire a dude to hold his money for him.
But yeah, at this point, he's eating all the food that's brought, drinking just fine.
Okay, so at least it's not, a Midas situation, some sort of reverse Midas situation. That's so sad. Um, how much would it pay for him to be able to stay and eat in this tavern for like a week?
We might have to bring him with us. Like, in a week, he's probably gonna get caught by all his the people chasing after him for money.
Well, and the
All
druids
being
can
good, but like,
bring.
how's this our problem?
We're
The guy that
good
needs help.
people.
Session 1. We're good people.
So yeah, I say if the druids can bring someone back to life, they can probably stop a stupid little curse made by some fucking raps.
I mean, that's kind of what I was asking. Can we detect magic? Do some looking at these wraps, maybe find a way to cure them?
And if we don't know how to cure him, it would be fantastic to research.
I mean, we can try. We'll do that when you get back from lunch.
Okay.
So, I'd like to pay for some lodgings and food for this unfortunate merchant, examine these wraps, and otherwise prepare for a departure to Bobblebee's time.
Okay. With that real quick, the wraps, for some reason I can't find what the wraps are called. Just the basic item itself.
They're
I could have swore they
cursed
were
hand.
hand wraps.
Sounds
Oh,
like.
hand wraps. There we go. I don't know why I was having such a hard time finding those. But I'm looking for the very basic form of them, not the special item ones. Oh, let's do this. Huh. I thought there was... Alright, well, I'll have to find it. But they're basically hand wraps plus one.
You said when you put them on, though, they cursed them.
He's blaming them anyways.
Okay.
Though he did have a lot of other items that he did encounter and sell that day, so...
Could our magic user check them out, see if they're legit or not? Because
Yeah, I thought you were still like in that RP scene with him at the restaurant.
I thought we were all together.
I assumed we were like kind of sorta together.
So when he gets back, I guess I'll try and ascertain the details of this magical item.
Oh, also, just as I probably unnecessarily recorded the names and crimes and information of our potential crewmates, including that one person that we abandoned on the island, I would like to take inventory of what he sold from that crate, just like the items as he recalls them.
Okay. I will have to make that full list for you. But there were
No pressure.
at least a dozen different items in there.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me all the specific stuff. I just want to know, like, I just want to have it written down. It can
Yeah.
be a list of an abstraction.
So, um, but as you work your best to isolate these hand wraps, so you can kind of detect magic on them, you do detect that there's some sort of magic with them.
Is there a way to determine if there's like any sort of malevolence from it? Does it feel like a curse in the way that he was describing?
I believe there's a spell for like sensing motive or something like that.
Couldn't you just take time to identify the item? Wouldn't that do that?
Um,
Because that's just Arcana.
There is one really fast way I could find out as I start moving my hand around.
Well, that's kind of my idea. Is that like if they aren't the cursed item, they'd be useful for you.
I mean, we can just give your gold to someone else, worst case scenario, and then have them follow you around and act as your wallet.
if you trust them.
I'll be your wallet. I'm a very trustworthy person.
Your prison wallet.
Well, that's true. I don't live for gold. I would like to put on a wrap.
Okay.
You hand us your money before you do that, or put it in the stash.
Yeah.
Okay. As you put on the wraps, and you don't even get to tightening them, they just cinch up around your hands, and they just fit perfectly. There's no restriction of movement or agility. You feel fine. You don't feel any different.
Oh, guys, these are great. I'm gonna do some sample punches.
Box of them. Like a archetype monk.
Yeah.
Yep, you are feeling no difference.
All right, here's the test. Hand him a copper piece.
What do you do with the cup?
I put it in a spare pocket, so it's out of my sight. Both hands out of my pockets. I am not Mancini. In that moment, I just reach back in for it.
Okay. As you reach back in and grab a hold of the circular object in your pocket, you pull out a copper piece.
Looks like you're not doomed, or maybe it just hasn't taken hold.
Or the guy's a liar. We should drop him off with the druids.
I don't think he's a liar. That'd be kind of hard to fake. Right? That's some transmutation
Discreetly
shit.
say, William, look at his hands.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, he's a bad person who lied and is trying to hide the actual item that's responsible for the curse. But we don't have time to sit here and coddle someone who's not going to help us help them. So we should
Okay.
take him with us so we know he'll be alive. The druids might be able to fix him. And then, you know, if we fix his life, he could help us later. Life
Well,
debts are kind of powerful things.
I agree.
I mean, we're
with
not
you
doing it
about
because of that.
we are, because
He-
he's a bad person. So
Why is he a bad
now,
person?
oh, because he lied to us. He said it was the wraps, but it wasn't the wraps.
Probably thought
Maybe
it was. He's not
he
a
just-
magic guy.
What else? What else did he sell? I'm gonna like slam my hand down on the table, not super hard, and just like grab a candle and hold it up a little bit higher and be like, "What else did he sell? What was in the crate?"
There were rings, necklaces, some daggers.
What stood out? What? Like, this wasn't the wraps.
Just gonna hand William my little notebook list of things from the crate.
Um,
I'm gonna look it over. I'm gonna point at things and then like show him the list and be like, "Was it this? Was this what's cursed?"
he's just balling and he doesn't know. He touched every single one of those items. He does not know what cursed him.
Okay, he might not be a bad guy, but he's
Yeah.
greedy and dumb. So
People who
we'll just make
aren't-
sure he stays alive long enough to be a good person.
people who aren't trained in the arcane often don't know what they don't know. So, maybe we'll look into what's on this list. You're right. It's not the time for that. We'll bring him to the druids later. I proposed this to Caesar. Like, maybe we'll fix you up. Maybe. Or at least we'll figure it out. But you can stay here for now.
He sighs and nods his head.
Good. Let's round up the crew.
Alright, so, for your guys' last day in Mallhaven for your downtime, what are you guys doing? I'll go ahead, we'll just go down the list, starting with Nathan.
Uh, is there any sort of public resource of There's no public library in Mallhaven, right?
You did come across a type of library, yeah, in one of your first few days.
Okay. Can I maybe do some research into this reverse touch of Midas?
Okay. Uh, research into curses. Go ahead and roll me your academic lore.
Secret?
Yes, please. Jiminy Christmas. So trying to identify some sort of curse that uh, turns like gold into wood or something like that. You find a number of different things that sound like they would fit. Though researching cursed items is kind of difficult in of itself, just because cursed items are pretty much illegal everywhere. Um, that seems to be the one thing that almost everybody agrees upon. But um, this one, this one seems to be a little bit more common. Uh, it seems that a curse that turns everything you touch into wood is possible. There's a curse for things you love changing or being altered in some way. There's curses for vanishing currency, um, but it's not like you can find something that it's like this is 100% the curse necessarily.
Okay. Like, I'll just do some research, and then if we get any more information or facts that may like narrow it down, I'll have a better idea, like in mind of what this could possibly be.
All right. Nathan's doing his research for the day. That brings us to Ko.
So, how does crafting work?
Generally, you have to have a recipe.
Got 4 recipes.
All right, and then I think you have to have a let's see here. What kind of thing are we looking at crafting?
Well, so it says you can. I'm actually really confused about this.
All right.
It says the cost to make them is 35 gold, but I know that's not normally the cost of this, but the hand wraps of mighty blows.
Okay.
Like, I'm just really confused about that.
Oh, those are the only ones. Okay, for these hand wraps have weapon runes etched into them to give normal.
Like, I thought they costed more.
Right. I think this might. Well, let's see here.
Because I'm reading it, and it says all stuff like.
Oh yeah, they're saying it only costs 35 gold for them.
Okay, they don't have striking on them. You have to add the striking rune.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't. Probably a higher level item than what I can do yet.
Yeah, it seems like the hand wraps of mighty blows just comes with a +1 rune on it.
I mean, that's okay. So yeah, I haven't done this. I don't know. Take a bunch of time. Do I have the
Yeah,
time to do that?
normally does take time. You invest your energy in an item. Oh no, that's investing. Oh gosh. All right, here we go.
I've got crafting. I've got the magical item crafting thing. I've got the recipe. It's not really the item I want to make, but I can't make the other item. I gotta find somebody with the recipe, I guess. Level 3. And I think I have to be level 3. I don't know.
Yeah, for level 3 stuff, I think you have to be level 3 to craft it.
Can I take time to find the recipe then instead? That would probably be a better use of my time.
Yeah, that's possible.
Okay. So I'm looking for the gate attenuator recipe.
Gate attenuator.
It's basically my version of +1 weapon.
Oh. Oh, for kineticists. Oh. Well, you're definitely in the right place then. Go ahead and roll a perception check as you look around for this.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Not a great roll. I totally want a hero point.
Yeah, you do.
I do want a hero point? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Oh. Okay. Well, As you go looking about, you find it.
Oh shit.
Good job.
Well, maybe. Depends.
Yep,
I
you're able to
don't.
come across an individual merchant who you're actually pretty familiar with as you find yourself at the heat of the moment, the blacksmith you've been working at.
Oh well, shit.
um, but yeah, he is more than happy to make a trade with you with this, since you guys have been so busy working with him. Now, if only I understood the freaking price of it. Oh, there we go. Now, how much does a crafting formula cost? Formulas. There we go. Ah, 3 gold for it.
Heck yeah, I want to pay the 3 gold for it.
Alright. There we go.
So what exactly is it? Because I thought it was something you made up for the backstory.
So a gate attenuator is an item for kinesis that, like, basically within me, I have a gate that's tied to one. Well, in my case, 2 of the elemental planes, and the gate attenuator makes it so that I can focus the energy better. It gives me a +1 to my impulse attack modifier, and I think that's it. They also do like some sort of spell thing. Yeah, once per day, depending on the element it's attuned to. It can
Mm,
do gust of wind, pulmonary rubble, dehydrate, thunderstrike, snowball, or flourishing flora. In my case, it would be pulmonary rubble or dehydrate, which I don't know what those are, but that's cool. I'll take it.
right.
But I guess, yeah, I'd just be studying the recipe and figuring out how to make it. That
Very
would be my
nice.
day.
Sounds good. And then Azan.
Yeah, I didn't have a grand plan for this day, so I would just like to study the list of items that Mr. Ames sold, and if he told me, to whom more closely, to see if anything stands out. Otherwise, a little bit of exercise, a little bit of meditation. We're gonna round up our motley crew so they can start getting the ship ready, because I sure as heck don't know how to do it.
Oh, good decision. But yep, you are able to round up everyone, get them ready, let them know that you guys will be sailing off tomorrow. And William.
Um, let's see here. I would like to do research um into bobble beasts
Okay.
and see specifically I'm looking for like items or what would usually endear them towards someone.
Mm-hmm. So let's go ahead and start with. Well, you would have gone with Nathan. That's the nice thing is Nathan would have taken you with him to the library. Um, Looking around in the library, trying to identify any resources that would have been helpful. Let's go with a perception check.
I can do that.
Jiminy Christmas.
Is that hero point worthy or
No. It's a 24.
I guess I'll take it.
As you start looking about, you find some resources on creatures, and um, bubble beasts are not too commonly written about, but you do find one. Normally, they are creatures that enjoy treasure. Um, they absolutely adore it. There's no mistaking that. Um, Generally, they're rather docile creatures that are quite reserved, but it seems that they're quite social as well, and they like to be with others. Though it doesn't seem that they gather too often.
Okay. But no information on like favorite foods or anything like that? Is there a picture of one? Are they mammals?
Picture,
Do
we
they
can do
speak
that for sure.
common?
Here is your bubble beast.
Oh, jeez.
The picture is the picture has a human uh, standing next to them, and it comes up to uh, roughly where the elbow is on the front arms.
All right, the actual like human arms.
No, the head of the human comes to where the the arms, yeah.
Okay. Why is it wet? Like, what did it do with that bobble? It's just dripping.
You know, that's a great question. It seems that's one of their main mysteries.
Okay. That's all the research I need, I guess.
Um, with that, you guys are able to end your week of downtime. You are officially level 2 at this point. And let's see here. We are now on Moon Day, the 16th of Arodus. You have 2 weeks until you need to be back at Ka Maluhia in order to work with the druids.
Oh, that's right. And
So we really only have 1 week because it takes a week to travel.
Exactly.
we're cutting it tight here.
Yep.
It happens. It's gotta do what it gotta do.
All right. With that, um, I'm assuming you're going to get an early start on the day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not fucking around.
As you guys begin to quickly board your ship and travel along the coastline. Nice thing is I'm going to roll a d4. There's 4 of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, according to the encounter tracker. And I will have that person roll a d20. Alright, Azan, roll a d20 for me. Let's see how if there's any encounters as you sail across the misty sea towards wherever this bobble beast might be.
I remember reading old TV show, No Whammy, No Whammy.
Okay. I need just to have something for sea travel.
That means
That's what I need.
12 means good weather, fat fish, right?
Sea travel chart or table.
Trap.
12. Sunny day with fat fish.
Wait, was he right?
He is now. But, yep, it takes most of the day to get to this area. And as you guys are sailing and approaching this forest, the secret forest as it is called on the map, you come to notice that it is quite odd indeed. As you approach, the trees are of odd colors. Not only are they odd in coloration, but they also seem to shift in color. pinks and blues, greens, yellows, and they keep on altering. The blades themselves stay the same, but there seems to be some sort of mist about it. As it almost might not be the safest place to be.
You know, I feel like we were warned about things not being as they should be in appearance.
I mean, it does sound very aesthetic, though. So, 2 points for that. Nathan, have you ever seen plant life like this?
Talking a nature check.
Yep, most
I
welcome.
don't know. Have I?
You are welcome to nature, travel, academia.
Ooh, academia is way better. I'll do that one instead. Blind?
Yes, please. Yeah, everyone's welcome to take the roles that they feel is appropriate. Preferably blind.
Did I not blind?
Nope.
Sorry.
Um,
Shall I re-roll?
no, you're good. All right. And you guys were trying to figure out what's going on with the forest, or
Yeah, I'm assuming that it's always like this, and presumably, someone maybe has written down what that's about.
all right. Well,
Or at least wandered in and, ran out and told their tale.
I mean, I'm well traveled. I could know something about this.
yeah. Um, yeah, people have gone in and come out of the forest. Um, a lot more people go in and don't return from the forest. But, Ko, with what you're seeing and observing, for the most part, this looks like a forest that's just unique. Maybe it has some deep ties into the creation of the world, and so maybe that's why it's all colorful and unique and special. Um, as for the rest of you, you kind of know that there hasn't been any good solid proof of one theory or another. Everybody has their own different speculations. There's different journals and logs stating different reasonings, but nobody's able to prove it. But you
That's
guys
research
are
for you.
able to make it to the shore. Or near the shore, anyways, depending on how close you want to get to the shoreline.
We have ships that we go to the shore.
Yeah, you got little rowboats.
Ah, man, we're gonna face this problem again. Like, are we just gonna trust that our crew are gonna not abandon us?
Yeah,
Okay, let's do it.
we've
Well,
paid them, right?
Yeah, we should also have one crew member come with us with the rowboats to make sure that the rowboats don't like get washed back out to sea or something during high tide.
Tie them off for that, can't you?
Well, you
Yeah,
could if
bring
there's.
them onto, just bring them onto the shore.
Oh, well, that's
Like,
fair, but then
physically
Have they-
carry them up the.
Have the
up
crew been paid yet?
They were paid for the week that you guys were at
Okay,
Mallhaven.
let's go ahead and pay. I'm going to go ahead and pay for another week. How much was that?
I want to say it was like 2 silver apiece, so 6 in total.
So there's 3 of them or 4 of them?
There's 3 of them. You guys left the 4th one to rot in jail.
Because he was a liar.
I'm sorry.
So we're gonna give them 3 silver apiece since there's 3 of them. That's 9.
Oh, okay, given 3 apiece. Okay.
I don't. I mean, they're being good chaps. So like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree.
I could just give him a gold apiece. I've got the money for it. I didn't end up buying armor. Just take
Let's
care of
hold
it
on
for.
to that and not be too extravagant.
Well, I just feel like it would make them more invested to ensure that we come back. Because where there's 1 gold, there's more.
Very good.
I agree with that reasoning, actually.
Well, yeah, it's like, you know, if there was a house fire, wouldn't you save the grandparents that are always giving you presents as opposed to the one who treats you like a beer dispenser? Hypothetical question, totally,
Very
Right,
specific.
right. But when it comes time for raises, they're going to be expecting a lot more now, thanks to you.
We're merely giving them advance on their wages, to ensure they're going to wait and also be ready to perform their duties.
All right. Well, with that, you guys have reached the coastline. Um, let's see here.
And you're covering their wages, right?
Yeah, that would cover their wages.
I'm talking about Bane.
Oh, Bane's. Yeah. Bane said William was going to cover the wages.
Cool.
Yeah,
I have my silver back.
I have removed 3 gold.
Okay. Oh, no, I didn't want to pull you guys to the scene.
Here, we can't see anyways.
Yeah, that's fine. Just premature because I don't have my stuff ready. Oh, no. Oh, come on. Give me something. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna pull it up here. Ah, of course it's not in there. Well, let's see if I can find this. Oh, that would be under there. Never mind. Alright, well, as you guys begin to wander up off the beach and into the forest, you begin to see that it is a much more lush space than what you had just left. It's amazing how much of a difference this one day of travel on the ship has made. Where before it was dry, arid desert, you are now in a very lush forest. There we go. As you begin to move about, looking about, I actually need to get exploration activities from y'all. Oh boy. There we go. So let's do this. Aha. There we go.
Keeping an eye out for the weirdness.
I don't know what weirdness you're talking about.
I'm seeking for bobble beasts.
I feel like detect magic is just going to tell me that something's magical, but I will check.
Okay. Alright, 1, 2, 3. I am missing one for. There we go. Alright. And let's do this. If everyone wouldn't mind applying the effect to your token. Oh, well, never mind.
We can't see our tokens.
You can't see your tokens because your tokens ain't on there. Yeah, as you're walking around as on your detect magic, you just get a lot of noise as you're trying to figure out necessarily what is and isn't magical. It seems like there's just magic everywhere. So what I'm going to do, let me plop everybody down onto this map. I'll have you choose another activity here in a second. Because obviously, after a few seconds of trying to detect magic and just getting there's magic everywhere, you probably would have chosen something else. Alright, I believe there is.
Want to add the effect to your character?
Yep, now you can drag
Or
the effect
cutting.
onto your characters. For your search, let's see here. Oh, okay, very nice. William, go ahead and roll me a perception blind.
Wait, I can't drag him in onto my dude.
Ooh, recall knowledge while investigating what you got going on around you. So any skill while investigating. So whatever skill you feel is applicable for searching this forest, go ahead and go with that. Blind, if you would please. And what expert are you following, Azan?
That'll be Nathan's investigation.
Okay, so go ahead and go ahead and roll me a d20, and I will use Nathan's investigation from that.
What skill check is investigation?
It is whatever lore check you feel is applicable, or whatever. Gosh, what?
I guess nature would probably make the most sense in this situation.
Yeah, probably would.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll blind.
Yeah. Yep. A recall knowledge. That's what it was. That one should be private as well. Okay. All right. As you guys are moving forward, let me go ahead and put you guys in a little area so you can determine where you want to be and how you want to be. Let's go with right about there. So you guys can organize yourselves within that circle however you would like.
I'm cool with where I am.
Sweet.
I'm gonna put myself front, but I can't.
All right. Try now.
William, be upfront with everybody. Yeah, it'll only let me target myself.
Huh. Are you... Oh, you probably have it so you can target right now and not
No,
token select.
I have select token selected.
Huh. Interesting.
Can't.
It tells me
Yeah,
that movement is disabled because it's not my turn.
Oh! Let's indicate.
We're in initiative.
That's why.
yeah, I would like to be up front with you.
Alright, now you should be able to move.
Just I'm trying to scout,
Yeah.
and I think I have to be a certain distance whenever you do that.
Scouting, I'm pretty sure you just have to be near the front or back. Scout ahead and behind the group to watch danger. Moving at half speed. At the start of the next encounter, everyone rolls a +1. So. Alright, as you approach this little pond up ahead, that looks rather unique and interesting, as there are many large mushrooms growing in the area, some much larger than yourselves. Azan, you catch movement as you see a little creature at the foot of one of those toadstools.
What's it look like?
Well, I mean, it's kind of cute and friendly looking. I mean, just take a look at it.
Nope.
It's adorable. Can we give it a hug?
Oh,
I can't see.
we're
the
looking
image.
at that super zoomed out. Like, from a distance, it might be adorable. Like, I don't know.
It looks like a demonic spider and a mushroom had a love child. What could go wrong?
I can't see the image, so I'm really just going off your descriptions
Oh,
and reactions.
it's not popping up for you? Here, let's try this again. Let's share it again.
Well, let me try and refresh this tab.
Okay, and then I will send it to you one more time. Oh, I probably should have changed the music.
I took a screenshot. I threw it in Discord.
Ah, excellent.
Oh, well, Jesus Christ.
Like I said, nice friendly little creature.
That's like the worst thing I've seen in a week.
As you see it, it starts to chatter about. Oh, I can actually just change language.
Nathan, what the hell is that?
Did my nature grant any relevant information?
You're rolling it.
Yeah, it's my exploration activity.
Yeah. As you were investigating about, Nathan, unfortunately not. You are not familiar with any of these plants. They are all unique and new to you. Azan's investigation was able to help identify that there was a creature at the base of this mushroom.
Oh, is it speaking?
Yeah, it is speaking. Oh, phooey! Speak in your language. Ugh, it's not coming across right.
I guess we just understand it.
No, I know none of you do. Bah humbug.
Are you sure it wasn't talking Russian?
I know it was talking in a sound and voice that you did not, none of you recognized. But at this moment, it does not seem to take any hostile actions towards you, but it also does not seem to leave the mushroom too much. But it does look and act like it is very intrigued with you. And that is going to be where we leave off for next week, or next session.
Well, all right. Great game, everyone. I'm gonna head out. Good night.
Yep.
Hey,
Good
good
night.
night. Thank you, Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone have a good night.
Night.
I love how I'm streaming, and right as we're ending, we get raided by a group of 5.
What do you mean?
So I'm streaming on Twitch, and Twitch, there's a thing where you can send a group of people to watch another stream with you, and so 5 people just showed up right now. So,
Welcome.
yeah, for Shog Mommy and your group, thank you for joining. But yeah,
They play in one of your other campaigns?
no clue who Shog Mommy is, but we will be playing in 2 weeks, so you're welcome to come back and possibly join Sooners to enjoy our campaign.
Okay. Night, guys.
See ya. Good night.
Hey, Sean.